Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to This Just In. Thank you for joining me today. In this video, I just want to jump on and give you a quick update on GIK Capital 3. They just announced a new partnership. I also want to give you two of the other growth stocks that I'm holding on to, I'm adding to in this, crazy market right now, and, kind of give you, my thoughts. So let's not waste any time. Let's jump right in. Alright guys, before we get started today, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification so you can stay up to date. I try to post new videos every day with like growth stocks, penny stocks, market news, anything I think can help us grow our portfolios. There's a link down in the description to my Patreon account. Come join the family. I did the first 50 patrons for just $1. That's the day one squad. We've got less than 10 spots left. You'll get access to the private Discord where we talk stocks, links to 4 different portfolios so you can see exactly what I invest into. And then anytime I buy or sell a stock, up to the second I do it, I send out a notification so you can follow along with that. But if you want to help us grow the channel, if you want to be in the day one squad, a part of the family, come join us. I would love to have you. I do want to say real quick, thank you so much to my current patrons, my current subscribers. I love you so much. Growing the channel with you guys is amazing, so thank you. But let's jump in, guys. The market's been crazy lately. It's not doing very well with risk on assets. I mean, it's not a market to go out there and just be super heavy in NASDAQ stocks or in tech stocks or growth stocks. You want to make sure you're balanced in a market like this because growth stocks are getting hammered. Now, there is a handful of growth stocks out there that I'm holding on to. I'm even adding to. I'm buying these dips because I do think the recovery will be nice. I do think that they will come back. They will end up doing very well. And, I just want to kind of go over a couple of them with you. There is stocks, though, that I'm not holding on to, that I have been selling, that are growth stocks that I just think it's unnecessary risk. I do want to kind of give you an update on GIK Capital 3. They just announced a new partnership. We'll look at the chart, and then I'm going to give you 2 more growth stocks that I love, that I'm holding on to, and I think have a lot of opportunity. So let's jump in. All right, guys. So real quick on the Lightning E-Motors update. Lightning E-Motors and Rev Group to make electric ambulances. Guys, if you haven't voted on the GIK Capital 3 merger yet, make sure you do that. You want to pretty much just go into your broker and you'll typically get a message in your message center that says you've got assets in your portfolio that need attending to. You jump on there, you pull it up, you hit vote. There's a couple of questions. You jump on, answer the questions. It says board recommendation, so it tells you pretty much what to answer. You fill that out and you vote. We need the votes. We want to make sure that it goes through. We want to make sure everything's fine. We don't want to see a delay, so get out there and make sure you vote on it if you already own it. Now, pretty much what this says is Lightning E-Motors and Rev Group announced that they are co-developing zero-emissions all-electrical ambulances under a new partnership. The all-electrical ambulances will be available to government agencies, municipalities, commercial operators, hospitals, and nonprofit organizations. The first deliveries to consumers are expected to be at the end of the calendar year, so end of 2021. Electrification is reaching all different types of fleet vehicles, and ambulances are a logical next step, says Lightning E-Motors CEO Tim Reeser. You guys know that I love Tim Reeser. He is one of the most active CEOs out there. He is constantly tweeting and giving us updates, which is very nice. That literally he is one of the main reasons why I've stayed in this stock so long. I love the stock. I love the company. I think Lightning E-Motors is going to do very, very well. But it was tough, if I wouldn't have heard from him, if it would have just been radio silent, I probably would have dumped it a little while back. I like the fact that he keeps us updated. The merger's getting real close. It should be, any day now, any week now, that we combine and the ticker symbol changes. So, it has been pretty frustrating watching it just get absolutely hammered. In the last couple of weeks, but it does give us a nice buying point, and I do think it's going to do well. But I will when we're looking at the chart, I will kind of give you my short-term thoughts as well. I'll read this last thing. Details on the electric ambulances. The new leader ambulances will be based on the 4th generation Lightning electric transit van from Lightning E-Motors. liters. High roof transit van offers up to 105 kilowatt of battery capacity that can be charged via level 2 AC charging for DC fast charging. This model is equipped with dual rear wheels, providing a 10,360 pound gross vehicle weight rating. So yeah, that's cool, guys. I like to see them expanding partnerships, adding different industries or sectors for electrification. Guys, this is an electrification company, which I do like a lot. They're not a straight up electric, company. They do a lot of electrification where they can take companies' vehicles that are, in internal combustion engines, and they can electrify them, which is a great option, especially for companies that want to go all electric, but they don't want to have to shell out all of the money to buy brand new vehicles. So you can see here, it's just been in a major downtrend, for the last few weeks. It's, just been getting hammered. It's kind of in this like little channel right here, but it's pretty much, it's hit that bottom of the $10.02. It's right back to where it started, which is rather frustrating. But, that pre-merger, before they merge, that $10 floor is where it's going to stay. Now, post-merger, it can fall further than that. And unfortunately, guys, I can see it trading below 10 once the merger completes. I do not see this as something where the merger is going to complete, the ticker symbol's going to change, and it's going to go boop and pop clear up. I don't think it's going to do that. I think it's going to stay right around this level and even trade under $10 in the coming weeks. I hate to say that, but that's what I predict. It just doesn't have the volume. It just doesn't have the movement or the exposure that it should. And after the merger finishes, there's probably going to be some insider sell-off. Which is going to make the stock trade downwards. You get dilution after the merger. You get all of these different things that, typically bring the stock down a little bit. So don't panic if you see it dropping down in the nines. I don't think it'll go down as low as like 8, but it very well could. I hate the channels that go out there and they're like, oh, it's going to the moon. It's going to do this. It's going to do that. But they don't ever tell you the downside risk potential in the stock, so I wanted to let you guys know that there could be potentially more downside. Now, am I selling? Am I panic selling? No, absolutely not. I've got a decent position in it. I've cost averaged down because, guys, I originally got into the stock back here when it was like $14. And, I did pretty well in the beginning, and then, just got wrecked. And so I have since cost averaged down. I think my cost average is around $11, but $11.20 maybe. But so I am down on it. I am down on the stock overall. But I think that this is more of a we gotta get back to normal. We got to get back to or we got to get 70-80% vaccination. We've got to give it time. I think that this stock and this company will do very well. They own 50% of the market share. They've got good fundamentals. They've got great growth projections. The chip shortage obviously will create some volatility and some issues in the EV space. But overall, when we get out to, end of 2021, mid 2022, end of 2022, I think that this stock will do fine. I think it'll be back up here around the $15 to $20 mark within the next 2 years. So down here at $10 is not a bad price. I don't know if I would buy it right now. I don't think I would. I would wait until post merger. Now, if you already have a position in it, that's really up to you. You can either hold it, you can take some profit. Well, there's no taking profit, but you can either, hold it, you can get rid of it. And if it trades down further, you can buy back in. I'm not going to do that because I don't know if it's going to go up or down. I have no idea. I do think that, it will go down a little bit, but I'm not going to sell just in case it doesn't. If it goes down to the $8 mark, I'm going to add more. So again, guys, if you do not have a position in it, I would wait. I would wait a little bit longer, let the merger finish up, let the ticker symbol change, and see what happens, because you might be able to get a little bit of a better entry. And if it does go up a little bit, instead of go down, well then, it's not like you're going to miss that much. I don't think it's going to pop clear up to, 15 anytime soon. I think you'll get, if anything, and it does make a move back up to the upside, you'll get a little bit of a move, and then you'll get, you'll run into some resistance, probably up here around the 11.16, yeah, probably the $11 mark. And then, you'll run into some resistance again around the $11.50, $12 mark. So waiting is not like, don't think you're going to miss anything. Just hang tight, let some volume get back into it. Let some, people, get more aware of it. Let the merger finish up. And, then you can create a position. I just wanted to let you know, so I don't tell you to buy it now at the $10 mark. The merger finishes and it drops below 10 and you're like, oh my gosh, I thought the bottom was 10. Yeah, post-merger it is, or pre-merger, excuse me. So that's it for GIK Capital 3, guys. You guys know that I love the stock. It's one of my favorite, one of my biggest holdings. I think it's going to do very well. It's just in, the market right now is not very favorable to SPACs right now. And with the chip shortage, GIK's getting a little hammered. I do think it's the best option for electrification over XL Fleet and all those other ones, though. Okay, Star Peak Energy. This is the second one, STPK. I like this stock a lot. I think it's got a ton of opportunity moving forward. As you can see, and this thing can move. I mean, last week it went 20% up in 2 days. Since then, it has given it all back, but overall, it can move, and it's got some exposure. I think a lot of people are behind it. The merger is getting close as well, so if you own it, make sure you get out there and vote on it. It is getting close. I voted on it 2 weeks ago or last week or something like that. It is looking like it is holding some support right here at this $25 range, $25.75, right at the top of this gap right here. If we, kind of adjust that a little bit, but you get the point. It's holding support right there at the top of that gap. Now I could see it, selling off, and the second area of support would be like right around that area, 25.62, and then maybe again, probably the bottom of that right there. Would probably, 23 would probably be your next area. Do I think it, will get down that low? Not really, because we are starting to see, higher lows, higher low. We obviously want to see it break back up and get us a higher high and, get above those moving averages to really, confirm that we're kind of getting back into an uptrend. But I think that this price right here is not too bad. It's kind of got this head and shoulders pattern that it looks like it kind of, is finishing up. It did, like I said, give those gains back, but I think overall, the $25 range, it will hold around that area. I don't see it dropping back down to this like $20 range anytime soon. I did add right around that area, 21, I think, to get my cost down a little bit. And, this move right up here around the $51 mark, I don't think it's going to get back there really quickly. When you start looking back, like when we were in December and January, things were moving so explosively. They were just running and running and running for days on end, just breaking through all-time highs like crazy. I do think that once we get back to like 70, 80% vaccination and we start to see everything kind of continue up into the uptrend, I do think we will see it start making its way back up. I don't think it's just going to be explosive like it was, though. We're in a market right now that buyers are just they're demanding more and more value. It's not like it was where they were just buying anything with any sign of strength or good news. You can see right here it got rejected pretty hard right there at like 31, right here at the top or the bottom of this gap. I do think we will also run into another area of resistance right there. So if we can get it to close up above this $31, $31.37 mark, I think it'll kind of stay in this range for a little bit. Then we want to see it break above that one again. You really just want to come in here and find your support and resistance, guys. You want to see, okay, where has it been holding? Where's the next area of resistance? Like, you don't want to buy it right here and then have it get rejected and come back down. You want to make sure it holds this area before you buy it. Once it holds, okay, you buy it, it starts moving back up, and you want to see and make sure it breaks this one. You know what I'm saying? So this is a stock that I really like. I wanted to bring you these three because in this market condition, I've been getting rid of the unnecessary risk. SPACs are facing a lot of trouble right now with like the SEC stuff going on. They're kind of cracking down on SPACs. but I do have a couple that I plan on holding through this entire thing. I plan on adding when it gets down, on dips and, any sign of weakness, I like to add on them. And then, for example, plug power. I got rid of that and I just moved it into these ones. Same thing with like CCIV. I got rid of it and moved it into these ones. So I'm not getting rid of all of my growth stocks by any means. I'm just, kind of slimming it down to the ones that I've got the highest amount of conviction in, and STPK is one of those. I really like it. I think it's got a ton of opportunity. Again, this $50 price target, I don't think it'll get back there by the end of the year. I think it will take more time than that. I could see it getting there by the end of 2022. Some people may disagree with me, but I would rather talk more conservatively and see it do better than tell you that it's going to get to 50 and it get to 30 or 40. So again, guys, come in here, find your support and resistance, use your gaps. Don't just buy it at any point in time. You want to look at the chart, figure out where you think it's going to go, find where you think it's going to get rejected, where it's going to find support, before buying anything. Again, guys, it is looking like it's holding pretty nice right here. I think, again, if it doesn't hold there, it should hold here. Again, if it doesn't hold there, it should hold here. Be aware of that. Don't just, again, buy it anywhere. So put this one on your list. If you own it, go vote on it. If not, that's not a bad price point, but make sure you get confirmation that it's holding this area before you buy it. Next one we're going to take a look at is IPOE. This is SoFi merging with Social Capital. I've made previous videos about all three of these stocks, so I will link them above so you can see me go more in depth. As you can see here, again, higher lows. We need this to break back up and create a higher high. We want to see it get up here. You will run into some resistance right there on that gap, but it does look like it's holding support pretty nicely right here. This one's a little bit different. There's not a lot of gaps to the left that you can look at on this big run up right here. If it doesn't hold there, again, you probably hold right there around the 1635. I don't see it getting back down to this $13 mark. This is more of a stock that is they've got that bank charter, and so they will see benefit from rising interest rates, inflation, things like that. So I do see this one doing better than a lot of like the high tech, EV stocks, especially because of that bank charter. It's been getting beat up. It ran clear up, hit around $28, got crushed, came down. Again, though, got rejected right here at $19, $20 range. You got to kind of think in the market, there's those whole numbers like 1950, 19, sometimes they will act as support or resistance because the psychology of it. But you can see here, it came down, hit 13, ran up, had a couple gaps up right here, and then got rejected right here at the 1950. Came back down, tried to make it back up, got rejected at 1863, and then kind of came back down. It is kind of holding right here at the 1645, 1650. You probably should pull that down a little bit to like right there. Yeah, 1625. Overall, guys, I do like the $16 price point. I do think it's going to get much higher than that over the course of the next year or two. But you will find that it will hit some resistance on the way back up. There. But overall, you'll again right there at the bottom of that gap. But this is the same thing as Star Peak Energy. Do I think it's going to get back up to 28 in the next 6 months? No, not really. I think that by the end of the year, you'll see it get back up around the $20 mark, $25 mark. And then over the course of the next year and a half, you'll see it get back up around the $28 mark, depending on how the market goes. I'm not a fortune teller. I can't tell you exactly or give you a definitive thing. All I can tell you is what I see and what I'm doing. But overall, I do like IPOE a lot. Think SoFi is going to do very well. I like the bank charter. I like the revenue projections. I like everything about it. So I'm definitely adding, definitely holding, buying on any sign of weakness because I think it will get us some very nice returns if we're patient. That's it for today, guys. I just wanted to bring you three of the SPACs, three of the growth stocks that I'm holding on to and adding on dips. I love all three of them. This video is for entertainment purposes only. I am not a licensed stockbroker. Always go do your own research and due diligence. Don't just take my word for it. If you got any opinions on any of these, put them down in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Then come join us at the Patreon. Come be part of the Day One Squad, be part of the family, and like the video if you get any value out of it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. day.